the video. Hey guys, welcome to Ben's Love, and I just thought I'd come up here and talk about nursing. I have a nurse's rant problem. Like, I like to rant about certain things because I don't know, just it's just best to get things off of my chest. And if you're wondering what's going on my hair, I am on vacation. I've been on vacation for the past 3 weeks. Yeah, for the past 3 weeks I've been on vacation, and I just wanted to come up here and still talk about nursing from time to time because my channel did start on that basis about nursing, and I kind of still want to go on it. You know, it's a big nursing is such a large field. There's so many sectors of nursing that you can go into. My career started as a home health aide. I started as a home health aide back in 2013. I did that for 5 years, and I had this fascination with becoming a CNA. Shout out to all the CNAs out there. I could talk about CNAs a little bit later in this conversation. I want this to be a 15-minute video, and shout out to all the CNAs out there, for real, like, you know, those CNAs out there that tell you, oh, I told the nurse before that there's a wound on her butt, but I'm gonna tell you so you can do something about it. Like, I like CNAs like that, but I did that for a month because that's all I can do. I could not do much. It took a toll on me. My morning anxiety started kicking in. Just Hoyer lifting and, you know, just being scared and stuff like that of the whole dynamic. Shout out to y'all, you know, for taking care of residents. And shout out to the ones that actually do care about their residents. Like, shout out to y'all. Then, while I was in that month of doing CNA work, I was enrolled in school, and I realized that it was just too much for me, so I went back to home health aide, and yeah, I did home health aide throughout my whole duration of my LPN program. I went to work in the morning, and then after work I would sit down and study somewhere, and then I would go to class, and that's how I did it for the duration, which was probably about, I want to say, 17 to 19 months, because I did drop out of fundamentals. I had to wait for the new cycle to start up again, and then I went back in there and continued with fundamentals throughout the whole program. I did pass my NCLEX on the first try. I didn't immediately go and take my NCLEX. I procrastinated. I'm the worst. I kid you not. Like, I am the worst when it comes to, I'm telling you, and that's something that I still deal with to this day, is procrastination. So bear with me, okay? So 2019 is when I took my NCLEX. 2020, when the beginning of COVID began. That's when I began working my first job. It was in a 14 floors building. The higher floors up were more of the med-surg floors. Not med-surg like hospital med-surg, but nursing home med-surg, you know. 40 residents in New York City. You take care of 40 residents. Sometimes you have 3 CNAs, sometimes you have 4. You get lucky if you have a 5th. You're lucky, okay? And that's just how it was. I started working days into nights because while I was a CNA, I would do doubles, morning to night. But once I did, morning to evening shift, and got off at nighttime. But once I did night shift one time, I was hooked. I went from I did evening to night shift. I don't go to work into morning because of just the way I'm set up. The way I'm manufactured is that I prefer to take care of myself in the morning. I prefer to do me in the morning. I prefer to do whatever I feel like doing before I go to work. That's just what it is. You know what I mean? If I want to just lay around and do nothing, I do that. If I want to get up and take vitamins, I do that. Whatever I feel like doing in the morning for myself to make myself happy before I go and spend 16 hours at work or 12 hours at work, I do it. Okay? So I am an overnight worker when it came to this career. Um, I just started noticing things about the career that I just didn't resonate with anymore. I just felt like, something is shifting in my life, and I started kind of retracting from the job because 2 years ago, I should say 2022, um, I just got this notion that, this career would be coming to an end. It served its purpose. You've seen what you need to see and stuff like that. It's either it's coming to an end or there's an elevation coming into it. There's more of an advanced position coming my way that there's more of an advanced position that's coming my way that suits me better for my personality and also for my mental, because I don't know, I might be autistic, I might have ADHD, but me giving out medications is really boring me at this moment. So there's something in the mix, there's something going on there, right? So 2020 is when I began my career. 2024, right now, we're at that mark where I need to renew my license actually for my for this nursing degree license that I have. Excuse me, I'm very distracted. I came up here because I just wanted to talk about what I've been feeling since I'm kind of like retracting from the career. Um, First things first is that I realized that this is a stepping stone. And when you realize something is a stepping stone, it's kind of like you trying to figure out what your purpose is. Because in all actuality, I do love the career. I do love what it did stand for. And I do love the fact that it could be advancing into something more interesting than what I've been doing in this sector. I don't want to continue dealing with people who are on the sick, like they terminal, and like I don't want to keep dealing with that. Like I want to deal with life. I want to deal with positive outcomes. I want to deal with just healing people in that aspect holistically. And I've been researching a lot of nurses that are pioneers in the nursing game. Nurses that we don't even think we're actually nurses. Actually, Harriet Tubman made the list of pioneer nurses that we may be overlooking. A lot of people don't know the pioneers in their career field. You know what I mean? Because I feel like if you know the pioneers, you understand the importance of certain things in the career. And once that career starts losing that essence, you can be the one to bring it back in, and by being an example of what this career really stands for. So nursing is supposed to be holistic. It's supposed to be a holistic thing where people are healing properly. Well, back in the days they didn't have all the medications, but through trial and error we learned what certain medications did, and how to heal without pharmaceutical medications and stuff like that. We learned how to do certain things like that. And I feel like if you don't feel aligned with nursing at this moment, it's because it's not a career where you want to keep seeing people on the terminal, and you actually want to see people advance. You actually want to see people become better. You actually want to see people do a 180 in their health. And that's why, for me personally, when I realized one day, I don't know what day it was, I don't remember where I was at in my life, but it was just like I started feeling down, where it was like something is not right. And then it just dawned on me that it's like you giving medications that you wouldn't even take yourself. You giving out drugs that you wouldn't even take yourself. Like I think I started really thinking about what these drugs were, especially people who were on like narcotics and those heavy Vitakin and Percocet and Oxycodone and tramadol and um, I don't even know, Ativan, anything that's locked in the box. If you work in a nursing home, anything that was locked in the box, like I was wondering, and then I went to, I'm originally from New York, and then I went to Arizona, and I noticed that people were asking for these medications on the dot, right? And I think that's what triggered me to be like, what the is in these medications? What the hell is in these medications that people are asking for it like clockwork? You know what I mean? And that's what triggered me. That's what triggered me to be like, oh, um, something is up. Something, I need to start questioning things, right? So my whole trajectory from nursing right now, from point A to point B, where I'm at right now, went from I want to help people and to how can I help people? So that's where I'm at right now. How can I help people, right? And I feel like if you're a nurse who feels like oh God, I'm just trying to get comfortable. I feel like if you're a nurse who I got 5 more minutes. I feel like if you're a nurse who has these feelings of like not feeling adequate in their career, is because you're not aligned anymore. Because now you need to start asking, how can you help people? Not just in a brick and mortar anymore. Not just giving out medications. Not just listening to what the doctors say. Like really doing your research and figure out how can you help people. You know what I mean? How can you help people in a sense, especially if you have some kind of biological problem. Like I have PCOS, right? And also I've suffered from depression and stuff like that. So it's like, how can I help people in this sector? Also there's certain things in the nursing home that I see that I'm just like, how can I help in this sector as well? You know what I mean? I have a whole list of things that I want to actually do. And this is what nurses should be doing, is trying to find a problem and trying to find a solution for that problem. That's what I feel personally. You could comment down below if you think I'm bogus or delulu or anything like that, but I feel like nurses should be trying to solve a problem in the nurses field, because this is how things is going to get better. You understand? There is a female on YouTube, and now that I'm thinking about it, because it didn't click at that moment, she is a nurse. I think she's an LPN as well. And she found an issue where she's like, okay, well, I love nursing, but I want to also dive deep into psychology. Why? Because she wants to look at a way to alleviate the stress that nurses go through while being on the job or while being in the work setting. You know what I mean? Because this is what nurses are flocking away from. Nurses are running away from brick and mortar so that they can sit behind a computer and do this type of stuff. But that's taking away the essence of really being a nurse, right? But then again, it could be good because now people are seeing like, well, I can't get a nurse into the crib. I need to start taking better care of myself. That's where somebody like me will come in and start talking to them about different ways of fixing their health and doing different choices and stuff like that. So I feel like if you don't feel aligned with your career, it's time for you to branch off into something that's bothering you in nursing and try to solve it. That's going to bring you more excitement. That's going to bring you closer to being a pioneer in nursing. I don't know. I just feel like being a pioneer in nursing is something that you would really want to get a part, be a part of. Like this lady right here, Florence Nightingale. You know what I'm saying? Florence Nightingale was the main pioneer in nursing. This is the main pioneer right here in nursing, and I have other pioneers in nursing. I'll probably do another video about that. But you want to look into stuff like that. You want to look into African American nurses that were pioneers in nursing and helped carve the way for other nurses to even become nurses. You know what I mean? Back in the days, it was a struggle. You know what I mean? And these people paved the way for us so that we can become nurses. And now look, all we doing is chasing the bag. We're not making a difference. We're not helping nobody really and honestly, and we're continuing to be, if you ask me, right? So this is just my rant. I'm sorry if I'm a little discoherent, right? But this is how I've been thinking and feeling about nursing as of lately. This is kind of why I drew back, because not only was it my own internal feelings, but I am a firm believer of God, and I am a firm believer of God of switching emotions off and on within you and saying, look, I need you to go this way because the purpose that I have for you is greater than you. Here, Mr. Johnson, here's your medicine. You know what I mean? Or answering to people, or continuing to be you know what I'm saying? So really dive deep and figure out what your calling is when it comes to this nursing. Really dive deep. Not everybody is a pioneer mindset, but if you don't feel aligned anymore, it's time for you to really start really diving deep into finding out what makes you ready to go, ready to make a change, because this is what nursing is all about. And this is what nursing is all about, is making a change, because you want to become a pioneer. If you're no longer aligned, if you're no longer feeling aligned in what you're trying to do, now it's time for you to branch off, because you have a question deep down inside of you that says, how can I make a difference in nursing? So thank you for listening to my rant if you made it all the way to this point, because I know people don't be watching videos, but I do thank you, and I am proud of myself because I made it 15, 16 minutes, and I'm proud of myself. I'm going to get better. So I'm going to come back with another video where I talk about another pioneer. I'm from New York City, so I actually went to her high school, but I didn't go to the program that her high school had established for the licensed practical nurses, but she is a pioneer in nursing, and I will share more about that a little bit later. But just bear with me as I'm getting my words together by talking on camera more about my nursing career. I'm a little bit different, you know what I mean? So bear with me. So peace for now.